Here's why I took no trade today on NQ. Overall, my bias was neutral as there wasn't a clear direction that price wanted to go. There was a 1 hour fair value gap down here, as well as London lows, and yeah, London highs here, as well as the new weekly opening gap up here. So from market open, price drives higher and it takes out these London highs right here. And at this point, ES actually takes out the new weekly opening gap. So we have a bearish SMT. So NQ does not need to take this as ES has already tapped it. So we can start to see price dropping from here, which does exactly that. So at this point, I was looking for, well, just before this candle, I was looking for this gap right here to get inversed, as that would be a great sign for me to short, as we just taken out all this liquidity. We were in the new weekly opening gap. There's no targets higher, so we were heading down. But this was such a strong candle to the downside. My entry would have been down here, which is not ideal because we already taken out all the targets apart from these London lows right here. So I was just sitting on my hands here, just seeing what price wanted to do. So after this dump, you see we take out London lows and then we tap into this hourly bullish fair value gap. So there wasn't really anything for me to target there. So what I was looking for at this point in time was a potential for this bearish gap right here to be inversed and then take a move to the new weekly opening gap, which NQ hasn't taken yet. So we just sit on our hands and wait for a price to show us what we should do. So right here, as you can see, it is respecting the gap. It continues to respect it, and we do again go and tap into this 1 hour, and then we get a reaction higher, and again we open up a bearish fair value gap here on the 5 minute. So what I was looking for was this to inverse, as we now have a bit of structure here. So if we invert this, we have this to target, we have this to target. As you can see, we literally do not inverse this by probably a ball hair. So no entry here, and we did go all the way up to this 5 minute gap and respect it. But what I was thinking here, I'll just put this on here to show you, is if this had inversed the gap, I would have entered here. My stop loss would have been here. Would have targeted probably these highs up here again and put break even at this point here. But yeah, that didn't happen. So yeah, we just continued to sit on our hands and just watch price play out. Did start to dump again. And for those of you thinking, this is probably a good opportunity to take a continuation short. As we go up, we tap back into the 5 minute and we create a move lower. There's no inverses on any of the time frames here. Also, I was cautious we were bouncing into this 1 hour gap, so yeah, I decided to leave it. Yeah, but after this, not really all that much happened. Kind of just continued to dump lower, take out all the lows, and it's getting close to 4 here, so I just decided to get off the charts. So yeah, no trade today, but it doesn't really bother me. It's all part of the plan. There's no point forcing a trade. Sometimes you do just have to sit on your hands until I see that we're losing volatility in the market. And then from there, I'll just exit out and no trade for the day, just move on to the next day. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this, as I am documenting my whole process, and this was a day where I was on the charts, but I didn't see anything that was worth taking here. There was no entries, market wasn't clear. So yeah, I did actually look at news today, and I did notice there was a ton of bearish news over the weekend. So I'm sort of glad I'm picking these things up as I go on. There was a lot of stuff to do with metals over the weekend, which, you know, impacts NASDAQ quite a fair bit. Yeah, I'm glad I'm sort of picking these things up as I'm going along this journey and as I'm journaling it through this channel. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow brings us some trades. If not, I'll just make another video like this. Future me, am I profitable yet? See you tomorrow.